How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be using the sniper and the tack to try and defend the early game and see if it is still meta and whether or not you can go up to round 18 with this. And I'm going to show you the strategies you can use to make sure you defend all the way through into the late game with this strategy. Now, here I'm going to be going with Super as my third tower because that is one of the best late game towers if you don't have anything else to buff it with, which we don't. We don't have Village or such where Spike Factory would be good. And we also don't have Dartling, which is very good Moab popping power in the late game with the MAD. And if we had Dartling, maybe we would go with Engineer just because it has the XXL Balloon Trap. But as it is, going with Open. And on this map, it's pretty good for tack actually because we have quite a few good options for tack spots. In fact, I want to show you guys the one tack spot that is the best tack spot, in my opinion, on this map. And I think I originally saw it in one of ISAD's or Alien Rocks videos. Where you place it is right here, right guys? Because if you get this up to a blade shooter, all of the blades will hit every part of the track, including just this little bit, this blade that comes out right to the right, will actually hit on the track once you get it up to a blade shooter. Okay, opponent's going with a Dartling start, pretty standard right here, so just going to upgrade to a blade shooter, and we should be able to defend this no life loss. That's another advantage of this position right here, which is nice. It's also a bit of an anti-stall. What that means is it just destroys all the balloons that are coming out from this exit for all the AI balloons pretty fast, which is nice. Now we're set. Other tower we're going to get is a sniper. I'm not sure where to place it. Here is good because its shrapnel is going to be going down this way for most of the track, not for the little bit at the end, which means we might struggle if balloons get this far, but we're not going to let that happen. Another thing is placing Oben. I just want to have Oben all the way at the back here to farm the AI balloons and possibly just get quite a bit of money from that in the later game. Okay, time to upgrade to a 230. This should defend just fine, especially with our extra towers to clean up there. Opponent is playing with Scientist Gwendolyn. I'm not sure if they're just grinding for the XP because it's actually a good idea. I think at the moment the showcases have gone in the order from Quincy, Gwendolyn, Oben, and then Striker. And just recently there was a Cyber Quincy showcase. So the next showcase is most likely going to be Scientist Gwendolyn. I haven't even checked the store. It could be up right now, one of the showcases. But I've grinded quite a bit of XP for it. At the moment, I'm just going with Oben because I want to be practicing for a tournament that's actually coming up, and that's why I'm doing this strategy. It's pretty good at defending, and it's pretty much the meta if you exclude Dartling and Sniper entirely, because Dartling is just that OP. Dartling and Ninja are banned from the tournament, guys, that I'm going to be playing in, and so I'm going with Sniper here because that's the third most broken tower in the game, in my opinion, which I think a lot of people share because this guy, you can use it as your income and your defense, and it's more efficient than pink balloons because you get that crate up within only 10 seconds of buying these supply drop upgrade. So here we want to be buying faster firing, and then get it up to bouncing bullets. Hopefully that should defend just fine. Had to stop ecoing for a second there because we didn't have the bouncing bullets up in time, which is unfortunate. But now we have it, we should be defending just fine. It'll do well. Now when we get to 4200, we're going to sell this blade shooter and buy up a supply drop and have that as our solo defense, which is, it's not the greatest defense ever. And in fact, it can struggle a little bit to round 11 purples, but since if they get a Hydra rocket pods up, they're not going to have that much money to send a rush at us. They're not going to have the $5,000, $6,000 they need to destroy us with a purple rush, which is the biggest weakness, I believe, of the strategy in the current meta. They did nerf it, of course, from what it was before, and before it was just crazy OP, guys. Like, it was no contest. All you do is just go with the tack start 002, because at the time, tack was also broken. You'd go into Sniper, and it could defend absolutely everything with no effort whatsoever, right? You could just have one of these guys and defend all the balloons that people could send at you, but right here, okay. We're going to be sending quick purple rush at our opponent. Hopefully that way they die before we die, and oh, we get the dubs on our opponent. That, guys, is how you play against somebody if they do not buy the Hydra Rocket Pods upgrade on that sniper strategy there. And I'm glad we just had that little $1,000 or so to send that very small, very small purple rush there. Because if I had not sent that, probably would have died to whatever rush they were going to send at me. Didn't have enough money to get up a bouncing bullets, but the important thing there is that we win. Let's go into another game. Okay, we're in a match now. We're against a ZMG player. They decided to skip on the Glade map. This is a very long map. I prefer playing on... Okay, the game just really doesn't like me. I said I prefer playing on shorter maps, but we're going to be playing a game on docks here, guys, and that means this is just going to go really late, no matter what. So I'm actually going to switch out the tack for engineer. It's a bit worse in the early game. However, since it's such a long map, we're going to have so much space to defend whatever they send, especially with the sniper with the full map range. So this engineer will allow us to greed a little bit harder, you know, get that balloon trap up maybe. And in the late game, it is very good because we have both of the 5th tier upgrades, at least in arena here, to demolish some of the later game blue sends. Like, for example, XXL trap is just broken, okay? Trust me when I say this, because XXL balloon trap can defend almost any amount of Moabs because it refreshes instantly, which I don't think is intended, and that just means you can't get past it with anything that's not a BAD. Even if you do send a BAD, you have to make sure that the BAD layer gets past where the balloon trap is. So basically, you have to leak a full BAD through their defense if you want any chance at actually winning in the game, which is unfortunate. Now for a sniper spot here, unfortunately due to the crates, there's not that many good spots to begin with. I'll just put this guy right up here, get it up to shrapnel shot, and set him on first. We'll remove the crates by the mid game there, because that will really, you know, help in being able to shoot all the balloons over here and even right at the entrance. What you can do is set snipers like here anyways, or I don't know, yeah, set snipers over here just so they don't hit that very entrance if you have a balloon trap, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so now Engineer Monkey is struggling a little bit here. I'm gonna upgrade it to a double guns. I don't plan on getting a balloon trap here, it's just that double guns is very good popping power, setting it to first just for a little bit. And this might be a problem, actually, because we're gonna have to kill them before they kill us, since we just lost 8 lives. It's not really a big worry. It's only round 40 that we have to worry about, and I don't think this defense is too great at getting to round 40 anyways. But we'll really have to see, if both of us are going engineer, both of us are going to be able to greed really hard. As is, I'm going to sell this, get the bouncing bullets, and then going to boost, actually, need to boost here. Otherwise, we could die. We could just straight up die right here, which is not what we want. In fact, I need to get this guy on last, send him, get him to oversized nails, and we should be fine there. Now I can just eco again and not worry. Gonna remove these crates just because they're really hindering our sniper then being able to clean up, and I really do not want balloons this far along the track at this point in the game. And our opponent goes for a balloon trap, so just going to start sending space blues, nice and efficient, and that's not the engineer in that spot's probably going to destroy the blues before they actually get to the balloon trap, which is nice. What we want. We don't want to give them more income. Okay, next up, we're going to have to save up for a supply drop. In fact, we could stop sending completely or just send group reds, but I think it's fine. Not much is getting to the balloon trap anyway there, so that's nice. And they're getting the balloon trap right at the entrance, which is good for them, because it means that even if we just send space reds, no, group reds, that they're going to be able to eat up all of that with a balloon trap. However, we're just going to completely stop ecoing. We don't need to feed that balloon trap. All we need to do is get up a supply drop. Now we should be fine. Only thing to worry about is, of course, the rushes that this man can do. So I'm thinking Sentry Expert, great plan. in terms of defense. All we have to do is wait for another eco send, and there we go. We've got a sentry expert. Get her to oversized nails. We should be able to defend any mid-game rush. If they send us camo leads, I'll get this guy on strong, just up to that, and yeah, it looks like they're sending us group yellows. So they're just going to be sending a bunch of income against us now. And they have a Hydro Rocket Pod. Okay. Only reason I got this guy was because I was worried a little bit about defense. I think I can sell this and get up supply drop, and we should be absolutely fine against anything they can send against us, which is nice. You know, we've got that security, especially on this map. As I said, it's very long, very nice. And this Hydro Rocket Pod spot, man, I don't think it's so hot. So I'm gonna send just 2 camo ceramics, make them upgrade to laser shot, 3 there actually. Make them upgrade to laser shock, make them retarget it. Okay, so they're not AFK. They are retargeting a dartling. Not much we can get past them at all, because they do have Hydro Rocket Pods, and they have it aimed right at the entrance. So they have plenty of time to just destroy any blue sends that we could possibly send at them. One benefit here is that they're only going to be getting their regular eco income, right? So that blue trap is doing nothing for them. It's just a money sink, which is really good news for us. This is how you counter Engineer, and why Engineer isn't actually too meta. With the bloom trap, the XXL bloom trap, it does make it a very good tower, regardless. Let's wait and see. Opponent's not sending us any mods. Okay, they're just planning on defending. This game is definitely going to go late, because yeah, our opponent's just making sure they can defend whatever we send at them, which is also good because they're spending money on a defense that's not really needed anyways. As they could just buy up defense in reaction to what we send, but they're not, which is nice. They're spending extra money, wasting it, which is great. Great news for us here. And I might send a fortified mod, although I don't think it's worth it with that bloom trap at the back. Only thing we're going to be able to get through that back bloom trap is camo balloons, and you can't get those through mode until like DDTs. So I wouldn't think about that. Might be a good idea to finally get Odin. I forgot to get him down. So unfortunately he won't be up for when DDTs come out, but that is what it is. And they have Odin down too, finally. At last. I don't see how they defend a fortified BFB. I just want to send one singular... Okay. Opponent sending a mob against us, just going to upgrade a few of our snipers. Shouldn't be much to worry about at all. Hopefully. No? Wow. Just getting a 302 there, because I was actually a little bit worried that that mob could have gotten through our entire defense. These snipers aren't all that good. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna get elite sniper now. I'm not sure which cross path is better, so you guys tell me that down in the comments. And make sure that if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Really appreciate it, guys, if you did that for me. Next up, going to be getting just more supply drops. Generally, that's the strategy. Greed as hard as you can. We got the elite sniper, so this is going to be increasing our popping power quite a bit. Not going to struggle against mobs like that again. Our opponent's probably not going to send much against us. We might want to send just a regular 0MG here, just to test out their defense. Hopefully make them stop ecoing. Whatever they do, they're going to have to at least spend a couple of $1,000s on defense here. Okay, opponent's selling their bloom trap. We can eco now. And that's actually a nice advantage we got. We can send eco and send blues through their defense. So that's nice. And they're wasting a lot of money on the spike storm there. So it might just be a good idea to send another 0MG just against them there. And spend their rocket storm. This is not a good position. The mob's over here and their rocket storm's only over here. So now, what are they going to do to defend against this second 0MG? We can just non-stop send at them, and I don't think they will have enough money in time to defend against all of these 0MGs, right? They're constantly selling, rebuying. We're just going to send another 0MG that way. And hopefully we can kill them with just constant 0MG spam. The way they're going, they are wasting so much money on defending these 0MGs here. Like, this is just crazy. 30% of the Spike Factory sell price is probably a couple of thousand, and they're doing it multiple times per ZMG. They leak, and we win there, guys. Good game. That's how you play sniper, and that's how you play aggressive, especially on such a long map. It's a surprise that we were able to get that through. But I suppose against players who don't know what they're doing so much, like this guy, we can get that through. That defense, really, I don't know what that third tower was. So, actually no, I do know what that 3 towers were. Engineer, Dartling, and Spike Factory there. But all they had to do was just save up a little bit of money and buy multiple Spike Factories and not sell them. Because if they did not sell them, then they would have been absolutely fine against the outer layer. But I suppose the other mistake was they didn't bring anything to stun ZMGs within their loadout. And just against those space ZMGs, that makes it really hard to defend against ZMGs unless you have really good DPS, which they did not, and they kept selling and rebuying, which is not how you play it. Anyways, bit of an overview analysis there. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Lanky Monkey, and I'll see you next time.